Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome. What's going on, folks? Joey Two Watts was over there. I'm Big Chief Daddy. Not the way we thought that game was gonna go.
Not at all.
As far as your highest points, that was way off.
Uh,
And
I was halfway there.
yeah, and I had 31. I just had it for the wrong team. I had 31 for the Chiefs. No, 31-9, butt kicking. We'll get into it. Yes, I'll take it like a man. I'm a Chief fan, as you see. Patrick Mahomes behind me. We are no longer in Raymond James Stadium. We left. We left. You know, way before the game, and I guess the Chiefs forgot to show up. Nah, yes, not really. We'll get into a little bit of the game, but I lost. I live in Central Florida. I know a lot of Tampa Bay fans are gonna come at me. I know a lot of Tampa Bay fans are gonna already coming at me. A lot of Tampa Bay fans are gonna I'm gonna deal with that work. That is fine. What I am more irritated is the Brady lovers who all of a sudden love Tampa Bay because of Brady, and the people that just hate winners. They hate winners because if you don't have a dog in the fight, stay out. I don't want to hear from Miami Dolphin fans, Dallas Cowboy fans, anybody. If you're not a Buccaneer fan and you cannot answer me who was the Buccaneers starting quarterback when the last time they won a Super Bowl, who was the coach, who was the running back, who was the wide receiver, and matter of fact, who did they beat in the Super Bowl? I don't want to hear it from any of you.
I can answer every one of those questions, and I'm not a Tampa Bay fan.
And Brady lovers got to go. We were hurt. Our offensive line was mixed. We lost our left tackle. If you guys ever seen the movie The Blind Side, you know the left tackle is the major spot that protects the quarterback. Eric Fisher tore his Achilles. We had to reshuffle our line. We had 4 linemen out. By the way, our best guard, he's a doctor in Canada fighting the pandemic and decided to forego a season. I ain't mad at that. Our starting running back didn't feel comfortable playing this year. I ain't mad at that. We had a great year. We went 14-2 in the regular season. Patrick Mahomes never played as bad as he did. To quote Andy Reid, we had a bad day on a bad day. It was not a good day to have a bad day on this day. That's basically what it was. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Joey Two Wallets, how's it going, bud?
I would say it with your chest, but you said it with your chest, your face, your chin, your mustache, and your hat.
That's right. Had to get it out. You know, I've been hearing stuff online, stuff on watching the sports show because we watch sports, right? So I obviously got to hear about it. My wife's saying you're torturing yourself. I said, just curious on if anybody saw what we saw. And I've yet to see anybody say what we saw. So,
yes.
So I was just curious. Now, Colin Cowherd was not on the show today. So I don't know if he would tell me what he saw. Nick Wright was doing the show today.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a Chief fan, who kind of had to dial it down.
Okay, now when it comes to Nick, he had a worse day than you.
I'm sure he did.
He had 11 bets that he posted. 11. And he lost all 11.
Right. Peter Schwartzberg in the morning on Good Morning America had to wear a Buccaneer t-shirt. Okay, so I get it. I even had family going, "Did you bet this game?" No, I haven't bet on a Super Bowl since 1993, and the Buffalo Bills cost me money back when I was junior high, and they couldn't beat the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, that was Emmitt Smith, Leon Lett, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin. You did that?
There's their fourth time there.
Fourth time. And they were 0-3.
I figured they were due.
It's third time's a charm, not fourth.
Maybe it was their third time. I don't remember. 93. I don't know. Look it up. I'm not quite sure what it was. Either way, I figured they were due. Bruce Smith, Thomas, Jim Kelly, Andre Reed. That was the squad. If you haven't looked, go for 30 for 30. Go watch the Buffalo 30 for 30. It's a great documentary. No, I'm not getting paid by ESPN, because if I did, I wouldn't be in this room. You would see me on TV, and I would have been in Tampa.
We both would.
Yes. So, anyways, let's get into this game. Now, you watched it on a delay. You watched it actually Monday morning because you had to go to work, which is respectable. Yes. Hey, you got to work. You got to do your job. You got to do your job. I woke up in the morning. Well, Saturday, wake up, go to Party City, buy Patrick Mahomes, buy a bunch of stuff, and it was weird because I didn't do this stuff last year. Last year I was so uptight and so nervous because I really wanted this win. Now, they won. This year we get there. Hey, I'm loving it. I haven't seen my team in Super Bowl. I got to see my team back-to-back Super Bowls. I'm great. I got the ring. I got the replica ring. I put that on. I got the What's Up Mahomes shirt, my hat on, bunch of Chief gear, balloons, cups, plates. I did it all out this year. This one hurt for one reason only. People are going to say it was a fluke that we lost, that we won last year. That it is Hakeem Olajuwon-esque when it comes when the Rockets won those 2 championships because Jordan was not in the league. And then all of a sudden Jordan comes back and he wins championships. He wins 3 more championships. I've never said Patrick Mahomes was the GOAT or the next GOAT because he's been to 1 Super Bowl at the time, won 1. Okay. Tom Brady's been to 10. You can't judge a GOAT. I hate the GOATs. I hate the comparison when it came to LeBron James and Tom Brady. 2 different sports. You want to get real? Yogi Berra, 10 rings in baseball. Bill Russell, how many rings he got? 10?
13?
13 rings? Tom Brady got 7. Granted, it's only 7. And they ain't without controversy. Let's get into it right now.
Okay, before we get into all that, I'll dive into a couple of things you just brought it up. The current GOAT. Okay. Tom Brady is the greatest game manager I have ever seen in my life. You're never going to sit there, anybody's going to sit there and tell me that he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Because truth be told, when it comes to adversity, pretty boy Tom Brady has dealt with the least adversity going to Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Talented defenses, always good offensive line, credible running games. We had this conversation. I said every single Super Bowl champion has it. Somebody that can control the line, defense and offense, running the ball. I mean,
you were right. You were right. We have Patrick. We have a little bit of a run game. By the way, Le'Veon Bell, didn't even play the game.
He wasn't in the game plan.
No, he wasn't in the game plan. Maybe he should have been. I don't know. But nothing. Okay, look. Tom Brady's offense, yeah, okay. Look at the numbers. He had 3 touchdowns. He was 21 for 29, 200 yards, sacked once. Okay, fine. Leonard Fournette, 89 yards. A lot of that was after the game was pretty much done, and they just kind of ran the clock. Okay, Ronald Jones, 61 yards, a little bit more in the beginning. Then they started opening it. Gronkowski had a game of his life. Okay, being gone a year, 6 catches, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm cool. Now, how the plays before the touchdowns are what got me more upset. Mike Evans, 1 catch. Antonio Brown had 5 catches. Chris Godwin, 2 catches. Tom Brady didn't do what he did. He didn't do great. People stop it. He didn't do great. He's a great recruiter because he brought these people in, and these people aren't here. Nobody from last year's team did anything in this Super Bowl until I get to the defense. White, 12 tackles, 8 solo tackles. Really great. David, 6 tackles, 6 solos.
David's a monster, by the way.
Winfield Jr., even with a bad arm, was able to pick the ball. Okay. And the guy that I was worried about was Veda. Vita Veda clogged the middle. I was told Vita Veda was going to make an impact, and he would. He did. On a banged up offensive line. They had Patrick Mahomes looking like, if you look at a hurricane map, like in Florida, you see all the hurricanes coming and it has all these directions of which way it can go. That was Patrick Mahomes. He was running around and he was just going everywhere because he wasn't scrambling. The dude was running for his life, trying to make a play. He had great passes. He had one pass that looked like the dude from Dodgeball. And it hit the receiver right in the hands and he dropped it. Travis Kelce getting shoe tackled, dropped the pass right in his hands.
On 3rd and 9, yeah.
3rd and 9.
And then let's not forget the beautiful throwing across the body pass from the sideline to Tyreek that hit him, went through his hands, hit him in the face mask, and he fell to the turf without the ball in the end zone. That was a touchdown.
Another one.
Now, before we get, because I know you hot, and I want to, the hospitalization of the little girl. People say that they had no effect on the game plan, but you know what? When one of your guys and their kids, that's a gut punch, man.
Okay, so it's a gut punch. And it sucks. We're both dads. Hell, this is called Sports Daddy TV. I get it. Right. Chiefs Kingdom raised all this money for that family. On the GoFundMe page. I get it. Do I think that affected Andy Reid? He said himself they put the game plan in a week ago. Now, what might have affected me? Oh, hold on, let me hear me out. Hear me out. What could have affected was the lack of coaches there to make adjustments. So your linebacker coach is not there. So he can't make adjustments on the fly. That's what they didn't have. They didn't make adjustments. And I'll tell you why in a minute, why I think they couldn't make adjustments. And it really didn't have nothing to do with the coach and the whole thing. And like I said, my heart goes to that family. I get it. But you got to compartmentalize. This is Andy Reid. He's been through more than that. This ain't his first son that had trouble. So, compartmentalize. Todd Bowles is the reason why this game was the way it is. because I thought he was going to blitz. He didn't blitz but 11 times, I think.
Yeah, 11.
They capped the receivers. I mean, Tyreek Hill. I mean, I put in. If we go to the numbers for the Chiefs, 26 for 49 for 270 yards, 2 picks, no touchdowns, sacked 3 times, hurried and scrambled a million more for Patrick Mahomes. Edwards, nice game, 64 yards, just couldn't get in the end zone. Pat Mahomes had 33 yards on a bad toe. Travis Kelce had a quiet 10 catches for 133 yards, but a lot of that was already towards the end of the game. Tyreek Hill, 7 catches for 73 yards, and nothing over the top. He averaged 10 yards a carry, 10 yards a catch. Sammy Watkins, 1 catch, but you can't expect him coming back from injury. To Marcus Robinson, 1 catch, can't expect. I don't know how much time he missed. Darrell Williams, 2 catches. Hardman, 2 catches. Pringle, 1 catch. Patrick Mahomes did what he could do. He had 1 fumble, and that was an illegal hit from Ndamukong Suh.
And we're going to speak about Ndamukong Suh here in a second. Well, I might as well start now. Watching that game at 12 o'clock in the morning, the person that I had for my X factor was Ndamukong Suh. Not because I was expecting him to get to the ball. I was expecting him to create chaos on the line, which he did. I saw for at least 2 or 3 quarters where Ndamukong Suh is just absorbing double after double after double. And everybody else is 1-on-1. There was no help for the tackles on the outside. Anybody go back in this game, you can just see the right side just being clogged up. And you were talking about the other defensive tackle. Ndamukong Suh is not known for pass rushing. He's known for disruption. And at Nebraska, when he was there, he was known for his pass rush because he was just a man amongst boys. But he did the same thing there when he used to take triple teams. But now that he's in the NFL, he's so strong, he just takes double teams and he takes offensive linemen out of their zone, so to speak, which is one of the reasons why I thought Kansas City would be able to move the ball outside, and I thought it was going to be high scoring because I didn't think the running game would get off. And I even told you I thought the game was going to start slow, which it did. And then I thought the passing would heat up. It's just that somebody I was watching this morning said they were tired. I didn't see that either.
They weren't tired. They just dropped passes.
I saw them emotionally taken out. Like
Barrett knocked the quarterback down 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he only had 1 tackle and once, which was a sack. So he didn't really do much. I mean, as far as that, but he impacted when it came to hurrying the quarterback. Okay, and I told everybody. I told you last time. I said when we did the preview. I said I'm more concerned about Barrett, Pierre-Paul. I didn't know Vita Veda was going to play, and Levante David. Yeah. Those are the 3 I was worried about, and I was right. But their corners did a great job. But because Todd Bowles, who, by the way, next year, now going into the 22-23 season, better be a head coach.
Oh, look. Okay. Let's knock this out the way. For everybody saying that Bruce Arians is a genius for hiring the staff, every single person on the staff has been on a staff with Bruce Arians before. He knew everybody. He hired everybody back. Every single one of these coaches, the assistant coach, the special teams coach, the offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, Brian Leftwich, have all worked in Arizona and or Pittsburgh and or Indianapolis with Bruce Arians.
Correct. Bruce Arians also said if it wasn't for Byron Leftwich, he probably wouldn't have taken the job.
Now, and that's because Bruce Arians got a phone call from Byron Leftwich to come out of retirement. He said, look, I'll help you. We'll do this. And then now he's saying that they're gonna go and try and repeat.
Of course, why not? Full training camp, all that stuff. You never know.
Maybe.
Hard to see. Hard. It's hard because I've heard it all for 2 weeks. Nobody's repeated from 03, 04. It's been almost 20 years since that happened.
No, I'm more so worried about the second strain of COVID and variant to see exactly if we will continue with, the world as we see it.
We'll cross that bridge when it crosses that bridge. Right now, they're looking at if they get with the potential a potential full off season and a full training camp and a full preseason potentially. Tampa Bay could be very scary, but with every great team, you lose people.
Mm-hmm. Now, before I jump into the next part, I want to jump back for a second and just retort one of the things you brought up. You said people are going to start saying that Kansas City was a fluke. I don't see that happening. I think what they're going to say is everybody knows, and everybody said on every publication that it's been from, depending on who you talk to, they lost from 1 offensive lineman to 4 offensive linemen. So it just depends on who's talking the conversation about Kansas. Kansas City offensive line was not the same as the starters of Buffalo Bills game. And you basically had less than 2 weeks, because remember, they got to go through the whole 2 Super Bowl weeks, which is a job in itself. Kansas City was not a fluke last year. That was destiny on a train, and the train just didn't stop.
Okay, so let me ask you this real quick, since you brought that up. I'm getting a lot of Mahomes is Russell Wilson. First playoff round, first time in the playoffs, lost in the playoffs. So did Mahomes. Second year in the playoffs, won the Super Bowl. So did Mahomes. Third year in the Super Bowl, lost in the playoffs, lost in the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. So did Mahomes. And look at Russell Wilson, hasn't been back since.
Kansas City's offense and defense is more talented than Seattle. Now, Seattle, they controlled the line, they ran the ball, and it was Marshawn Lynch. The reason why I like Russell Wilson better than Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league is it's personal. It's not anything that's statistically related or anything like that. It's just based on really what I've seen. There's something special about Russ when he throws that ball. Oh, he's come up in trade rumors. So Tennessee, please. Tennessee, please.
Yeah. All right.
They can have Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill can go to Seattle. Please give me Russell Wilson, please. Russell Wilson and King Henry together, please. Please. Oh my gosh, my phone's in the
You're right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
Russell in a Titans uniform, I would spend $200 on that jersey right now. Oh, jump to another lighter topic real quick, and then we can go back on topic. We both had Carson Wentz going to about 4 or 5 teams, and the last team on our list was the Chicago Bears. And that's the number 1 team that can get Carson Wentz right now.
Yeah. Nick Foles for Carson Wentz.
Nick Foles for Carson Wentz. That would be awesome. Awesome.
As your son come in and come out.
Yeah.
But anyways, so let's break it down. It was 3-0, then 7-3 in the end of the first quarter. Right? Mm-hmm. He finally passed touchdown to Gronk. It was okay. It was a close game. Okay, I was like, oh, okay. I had 31-21. All right, 7-3. I never said that we were going to win. We were going to lead wire to wire. I never said that. I figured we were going to be down. We're going to come back. This is how the Chiefs do it. They always
Right.
come back. Down 9 against Buffalo. Down, everything last year. Now, here comes the second quarter. 6:05 left. At 6:05, touchdown to Gronk. 14-3. I had issue with that because they called a holding penalty on a third and was it 8? Third and 9?
Third and 8.
Third and 8 on a pass to Mike Evans. But the dude didn't even touch him. So the dude doesn't touch him. And okay. So that's one call that went the wrong way. I'm like, all right, we'll get it back. They score a touchdown. It's 14-3. We kick a field goal, 14-6. But that left about a minute to go. And I said, you do not give Brady a minute to go in the first half. It was 14-6 at the time. I said, but we'll see. Now, there's two things. One, we all know Andy Reid in the port clock management. Maybe he shouldn't have called that timeout. I was shocked he did, but that came after the one play. We all knew Brady was going to throw it deep. Even Tony Romo says, "Here comes the deep pass. Here it comes."
Can we just say that Tony Romo has become one of the greatest announcers I think we've ever seen?
Romadamus.
Really?
Okay. Ball goes deep. Braylon Edwards is tripping over his feet. Never makes contact with Mike Evans. Ball is clearly 10 yards over, so it was uncatchable. Pass interference on the Chiefs. Right then and there.
I mean, I rewinded that play. It was obvious that the feet got tripped up. It wasn't a pass interference. It was an incidental contact at best. And the ball was overthrown that dude was not going to get to.
Correct. So, right then and there, I said something's fishy about this game. Then touchdown to Antonio Brown.
That was the best throw by Tom Brady all game, by the way.
Great.
I mean, if anybody wants to be honest, watching that whole game, that was the best throw of the whole game.
Then the nail in the coffin for me, unsportsmanlike conduct, Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah, for them just jaw-jacking.
For jaw-jacking. And Brady started it.
Yeah.
Brady said something to Mathieu and Matthews. You don't say nothing to the Honey Badger. He went back. But here's the problem. Just like before, we had a personal foul. It's always the second guy that gets caught. Same thing happened on the offensive line. Defensive end, Chris Jones. Personal foul on Chris Jones. Why? He's got caught.
He got caught, yeah. And you want to know what made me really upset about that Chris Jones one? Some genius cameraman went, let me see what Tom Brady's doing.
Right.
Just laughing like he...
So it's 21-3. 21-6 at halftime. Right there, I was irritated. I
know.
I put my Super Bowl ring back in its case. I didn't feel like it was over, but I felt like there's something up. And then I see Twitter blow up. Referees are blind. Referees run out of flags. They threw so many flags. Referees get together and they're not even sure what they call. Oh, the offsides, 4th and 1 or 4th and 5, 4th and 5 offside
for the
field goal.
Both, not the defensive ends, they were on the line, but then again, the DBs who lined up on the line, You can see them both on camera. They're both looking in at the ball, and they're both lined up evenly with the defensive end, and somehow it's off sides. And I'm not going to say no names, but new referees in the Super Bowl, I know they're graded by who had the highest marks throughout the year. That's crap. It was a bad flag. Bad flag. And then the very next play, Gronk pushes off, but the camera stays to the middle of the field. There's two Chief players on the bottom of your screen going, but they get no flag. I bet money if Brady would have been like, there would have been like 18 flags flying simultaneously.
All right. So I'm already irritated. Let's flip now to the second half. We open up, we get a field goal. Then Leonard Fournette had a great run. 28-9.
Yeah. 27 run?
Yeah. 20 good run. Now here's my thing. If you look at the tape, the umpire in this game was stalling the Chiefs' offense to where the fact that Mahomes was throwing his hands in the air like, what are you doing? Why are you letting them set? It's a no huddle offense. We didn't take personnel out. We didn't huddle up. We didn't switch anybody. Yet he's there waiting so the Tampa Bay defense can get set. The fix was in, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Chief fan.
We're just saying this because there was something off about watching this game. Like something was weird.
It was a weird official. I had friends even text me saying, "We're sorry, bro. This was fixed. This was fixed from the very beginning." Now, social injustice and all that, that's for whoever wants to talk about it. Yeah, we ain't talking about it over here.
Yeah, put that jar over there because that's not what we're talking about.
Put that over there. I'm just talking the fact that when this quarterback, this man, for some reason, makes Super Bowl, Tom Brady, and if he does not get some type of help from the officials, mysteriously or not, he's, to my eyes, has never really, the only one he's won ever, first one was this first one. And I tell you what, going into this game.
No. I'm going to tell you why. That was the NFL. Do you remember what happened that year?
I don't remember what actually happened that year.
You don't?
No.
Think about it just for, give yourself 3 seconds as to why the Patriots had to win the Super Bowl that year.
Okay.
9/11.
Oh, that was, okay. Yeah, okay.
The Patriots had to win that Super Bowl, and they had to beat the greatest show on turf. They had to show a country that would unify them through the colors. Okay. They had to do it.
The reason, okay, so besides that, I'm thinking more or less it's because everybody was picking the Rams that year to beat the Patriots. Everybody, right? Everybody was picking the Chiefs this year this year. And it was just oddly familiar to where a team is so heavily favored. Greatest show on turf. The wizard in the sky and Patrick Mahomes. The GOAT, kid, whatever you want to call him. Right?
Homeboy.
And homeboy, my homeboy, all that stuff. The Mahomies. But with that offense, I mean, I would like to see that offense versus the greatest show on turf. I'm not quite. I think the Rams probably got us a little bit.
Marshall Faulk.
Right. But it was just weird. And like I say, I'm saying congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Your defense beat us. Okay?
I'm saying congratulations to Todd Bowles, Brian Leftwich, and Bruce Arians. That's
Correct.
about it.
Now, here's my only problem. In the second half, the Chiefs couldn't play as physical. Why? They had 8 flags on them. They had 6 in the second quarter alone. I think on all 6 were the last 3 minutes of the game in the first half. So their DBs could not play physical. And what did Brady do? Check down the Fournette. Check down the Fournette. Check down the Fournette, who wasn't on the team last year. Third and whatever. Oh, I need to find Gronk, who wasn't on the team last year. I never said Brady wasn't the GOAT. I was not trying to compare the 2 quarterbacks. I am not saying the 2 quarterbacks. I did not comparing these 2 quarterbacks. Wasn't doing it. But credit is credit's due. I said if anybody should have got the MVP, it was not Tom Brady. I'm sorry. It should have been probably White.
White, yeah, I was gonna say that. The linebacker.
Okay. White should have got it. He got that last pick that clinched it for them. Well, technically clinched it because Mahomes played, gave everything on his field. May need surgery on his toe. Looked like he might do it. Is what it is. But okay, that's enough with the Super Bowl. We had to get it out there.
No,
we had to. Now the fun comes with the coaching carousel. We had one. Now Wentz might go to Chicago. Do you see Deshaun Watson getting traded before the draft?
Before the draft, yes. Immediately, no, because they're going to try and milk every. Look, we all know right now the hottest team after him is Oakland. They want more than what Oakland is offering. Okay, Oakland is offering Derek Carr 2 mid-round picks, a future first-round picks, and possibly a defensive starter. And Houston wants to be greedy.
Could they get Khalil Mack?
No.
Is that the defensive starter they're trying to get rid of? Could they unload?
That's the Bears. I'm talking about Oakland.
Oh, Oakland. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nevada. Texas. All right. So, I mean, okay. So could they relieve Abraham?
They won't.
Like I'm trying to think who the defensive starter would be.
It would probably be a corner, or a safety.
Abraham's a safety.
I know, but I doubt it would be him. That's why I said no. Or they're probably looking for somebody to replace J.J. Watt. So, I do not want to see Carson Wentz in the AFC South. I would love to see Carson Wentz go to Chicago. To me, that makes sense. The only other team that makes sense is Denver. Detroit's got a new quarterback. The Rams got a new quarterback. New England's going to get a new quarterback here soon. Let's keep in mind that Jimmy Garoppolo is still looking for a new team, possibly. The 49ers have called about Deshaun Watson. This is going to get more interesting before it gets, boring. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. I mean, we're going to get all the craziness that'll go. It's going to be interesting to see if Watson gets traded. It's going to be interesting where Garoppolo goes. He goes back home to New England. I haven't heard anything about him going back to New England.
You heard it here first.
If you hear, if he goes back, Joey Two Wallace said that he went. Other than that, we got basketball season coming up. Clippers looking great. Warriors, sorry, bud, not so much.
Hey.
So, but what's your other basketball team? I know you got two because you're two-man team all the time.
Call me Two Wallet.
That's right. You're the Miami Heat. That's right. I forgot. Miami Heat. Never mind. I remember now.
I was born loving Miami and Houston Oilers. So those are my two incarnate teams. And the two teams I felt basketball is more of a confusing one. The Houston Oilers I fell in love with. It became the Tennessee Titans. And in 1996, I fell in love with the Arizona Cardinals. Thank you, Jake Plummer. And then in basketball, my favorite team when I was a kid was the Golden State Warriors. Thank you, Tim Hardaway, who was ended up in Miami. I've loved Miami ever since.
So Miami's 9-14. You're gonna turn it around. You need to turn it around a little bit.
No, they're fine right where they are.
They're fine. All right.
And I'm gonna say, we were hurt. The band's getting back together, and the possible trade that may go through, we're still awaiting.
Clippers 17-8. 17-8 for the Clippers. Lost a rough game, but I mean, every time I look, Paul George not playing, Kawhi Leonard not playing. They're both not playing. So, it's crazy. But we got that. Baseball's around the corner. Be opening day soon. A lot of different things. But
the A's, we suck again. We got rid of Davis.
Yeah. Elvis for Davis. I saw that trade and I was like,
we suck again.
Hey, but the Dodgers got Trevor Bauer. And they got Trevor Bauer interesting. 3 years, $102 million. But he could opt out after the first or second year if he doesn't like it. Because he didn't get a big contract. So, other than that, it was really sad to hear the passing of Peter Gomez.
Yes, sir.
The other night. He was Peter Gomez and Barry Bonds are joined at the hip like Sal Palantonio and the Philadelphia Eagles. You can't go. They don't go one hand in hand. And Peter Gomez is great. He has a son in the minors. Heart go out. I don't know the details about that. They haven't come out yet. But he was I liked him. Great baseball mind, and stayed with ESPN. He, as much as people were going to the actual networks, he stayed with ESPN, and he loved it. And he will be truly missed. We got NASCAR coming up this week. We got the qualifying. I think starts when you hear this on Tuesday. I think qualifying starts on that Tuesday. They got the duels on Thursday, and they got the race on Sunday. Don't forget, y'all married folk, Valentine's Day weekend coming up this Sunday. If y'all haven't got nothing yet, do it. Don't hurry up. Hurry up.
No habla inglés.
Exactly. I can hear my wife now. Follow your own advice. But anyways, Sunday is the Daytona 500. I can't wait. Daytona does it right. The Super Bowl is in the beginning of the season with the racing. So, look out for that this week. A lot of new teams, a lot of new drivers. In fact, I may do a video on new places, new teams, and who's where and who has a new team and what owner has a new team. I've heard a lot. So I might break that down. But other than that, you have anything else before we say goodbye?
Just look forward to the Deshaun Watson versus saga second season. I'm gonna be having Deshaun Watson face the league and see if he's better than the quarterbacks that he should possibly be traded to and/or areas. Going division at a time. I'm looking at 8 or 9 episodes. It's gonna be interesting. And here's my curly-haired funny boy right behind me.
How you doing, buddy? You gonna sign us off again? You want to sign us off?
No.
You want to tell them to subscribe, follow?
No. But I was playing Pokemon too. Just for one.
And that is Xavier 2 cents.
Giving his 2 cents that he's playing Pokemon. That's great. All right, guys. Well, subscribe, hit that follow button, give it a share, give it a like, share it on share the episode on YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. Search under the Coastal Bros, Spotify, Anchor for the podcast version. Simulcast. We do the video. We're gonna also drop the same topics that we do. We do it as an audio. So while you're driving in your car, listen, turn it on, put the app on.
Press play.
Press play. Hit the subscribe on the Apple iTunes and give us a like. Search for Coastal Bros. Sports Daddy TV on YouTube. Coastal Bros on Apple Podcasts.
One more thing I forgot to mention. I meant to say it earlier, but I forgot. Early March, we are going to be having a giveaway, another Sports Daddy TV giveaway. That's going to be coming soon.
And guess what?
All right. We won't find out yet. We'll find out when that comes. So, other than that, for Big Chief Daddy, Joey Two Wallets, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.